welcome to Crafty Soul Cafe. My name is Janice and I'm a maker. I've just recently decided to start a candle business as part of my maker aesthetic, I guess, which I currently sell on Etsy by a shop of the same name, Crafty Soul Cafe. And I decided to just start documenting my journey because I know a lot of people are interested in candle making, either for personal or business use. So I'm starting from the beginning to help those who are interested out. So if you want to start a candle business, there are several things that you will definitely need to start a candle business. So I'll be going through all of those items that are necessary for candle making. There are so many other tools and things that are helpful and that will help you to become a better candle maker, to help the process be more efficient. But of course, starting out, you don't want to spend a lot of money. So these things are going to help you get started without breaking the bank. I'll be adding other videos if you're interested. So subscribe and like if you're interested in seeing more detail of what's needed and what are useful items to help start a candle business. So let's get started. So the first thing you'll need to start a candle business, of course, there are 3 things that go into play with a candle. That's wax, and I use coconut-apricot wax. It comes in a slab, so you'll definitely need some type of tool or knife to cut this. It's not hard, but you'll need something to help cut this into smaller squares or portion sizes so that you can melt it. And when I mean by melted, this is considered a pour pot, which you would place the wax inside of the pot, and you would place the pot either in a pot of boiling water to melt the wax, or you would use a presso pot, which you can see behind me, which is a better tool and a quicker way of melting the wax. But of course, you don't have to have a presso pot. You can use a regular pot that you use to cook in, put a little water in it, sit this pot in there with the wax inside, and melt the wax. The second thing that's necessary for candle making is a wick. These are wood wicks, which I love. It's a crackling wood wick or a regular cotton wick. This is your source, your burn source. So this is what's going to fuel the wick. This is what's going to fuel the wax in order to get the wax to burn, give the scent to throw, in shorter version, to make a candle. You need something to put the wax in once the wax is melted, once you've added your fragrance oil. Fragrance oil is needed to make a candle that has a scent. Some people make votives or tea lights that don't have scent, or some people just like the feel of a candle, but they can't tolerate scent due to allergies or different things. So they can use just wax, a wick, and a vessel, which would be considered a jar. This is what you're going to pour the wax in once it's melted, once you add or don't add the fragrance oil. This is a glass vessel. You can have ceramic, wood. There's so many types of vessels that you can use. This is a tin vessel, which is an 8-ounce tin vessel. And I got this off of Amazon. So I will link the products that I'm using below to Amazon or the different candle companies that I'm using. And you would need a thermometer, and I use a infrared thermometer for heat, to check the heat of the wax once it melts, because you're going to want to add the fragrance oil at a certain temperature depending on your particular wax, and to pour. So you're also supposed to pour your wax at a certain temperature. And whatever wax you're using, you should be able to either, it should come with the instructions on the and pour temps, or you can find them on their website. And the next thing you will need is a scale, which is necessary because this is going to help you measure the wax amount as well as measure the fragrance oil amount that you're putting in the wax, because you don't want to put too little because it's not going to give the scent, throw the scent as you would like, and you don't want to put too much because that will cause the wax to seep and it can clog the wick. Therefore, you still will not get a good scent throw. So I scale for my wax and I use a smaller grams so that I can measure my fragrance oil. This gives a better, more accurate reading when you use grams, but you can use ounces if you're just starting out or if you don't want to be that particular. You'll also need something to stir, which I use this bar spoon, which I got from Amazon. This is going to allow you to stir your wax and your fragrance oil because you'll need to stir for 2 minutes prior to pouring. So this is going to allow the oil and the the oil and the wax to bind. You'll also need some alcohol, which you can get from anywhere, from the dollar store, Amazon, Target, wherever you go, grocery shop, Publix. You'll just need some alcohol, and I just put it in a spray bottle because you'll need to clean out your vessels and your tools, and this helps do that. So before you use a vessel, you'll want to spray and then use a paper towel to clean it out to make sure there's no dust and debris. That will help the wick stick to the bottom of the vessel. And then also to clean the outside of the jar before you sell it or take the pictures. And it's also good for cleaning out, spray and cleaning out your wax to get and your tools to get the fragrance off so you can move on to the next set. What else I like to have is paper towels. You will go through so many paper towels that it's crazy. I use shop paper towels because they're thicker, so they absorb better. So you don't have to use as many, but you still are going to use a lot of paper towels. So I definitely suggest you stocking up, by getting a case or a bundle of paper towels. And these can be found same place. I think I got these. I think my husband bought a big pack from Costco, but you can get them from Sam's, Walmart, anywhere that sells like car auto supplies. That's where you can get, or Home Depots, Lowe's, anywhere that for like a shop where people are making things, fixing cars, that sort of thing. And then you will also need some scissors. This is going to help you when cutting wigs down to proper size. This is going to help you cut so many packages open of wax and things. So you'll need some scissors in order to help you in the process. You'll also need something to pour and measure your fragrance oil in. I use a glass beaker when I'm using a lot of, I'm making a generous amount of candle or wax melts. I use this glass beaker. Amazon, I think it came in a set of 3. And if I'm just making a few, these 2-ounce cups makes it so easy because you use it and you toss it. You don't have to worry about stopping and cleaning it out to go to the next fragrance oil. It just makes life so much easier. And also I got these from Amazon. I'm thinking a set of 300 for less than $10, and I'll try to link that below as well. And if you don't want to have plain white or off-white candles, which is the color of your wax, you will need some type of coloring. So this is actual candle dye. This came from Candle Science. It's in liquid form. You can use that. You can also use, I don't use the mica powder for my candles, but I do use it for my wax melts. So you can use mica powder for your wax melts because it will clog your wick and your candles. And I use dye blocks, which you just break off a chip and then put it in hot wax and it melts into whichever color that the dot block is. So this is a good way to color your wax as well. And then you will need something to center and stabilize your wick. This is a wick bar, which you will sit on top of the jar once the wick is in to make sure your wick stays still and centered, as so. And you can get these from any candle supply store, Amazon as well. And then these are some bag clips. I like these, I think, better than the wick bars because to me it's more stable. And you can actually clip the wick to hold it in place. So you can get these from Amazon as well. And I think that kind of sums it up, guys. So those are the items and things that you will need to start making candles. Of course, as you go through the process, you'll be adding more pictures, more different waxes, because you will definitely need a different wax for your melt. You will be adding just more tools that help make the chore of making candles. And I love making candles, so I don't consider it necessarily a chore, but to just make the process easier and more efficient, quicker for you to get through when you start making huge batches to sell when your business becomes uber successful. So thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos on candle making, wax melt making, please stay tuned. Also subscribe, like this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.